They say a night in is the new night out, and whether it's binge watching your latest box set, cheering on your favourite team, or enjoying your favourite engineering show, 96% of Brits regularly settle down in front of the telly. The other 4% are just weird. We can say that because they'll never know. Cello Electronics have been TV pioneers in the UK for almost 20 years, based here in County Durham. And the mastermind of the company is CEO Brian Palmer.
If you remember, about 15 years ago, we changed from analogue TV to digital TV, and there was a big boom in the market. And we were the first company, for example, to do any streaming of catch-up TV. We beat everybody into that particular market, and we started to make bigger sizes. And today, we make TVs between 16-inch and 86-inch.
And spread across 40,000 square feet, they're a one-stop shop, from assembly to in-house customer care. The TV on the production line today is a 24-inch model with built-in DVD player.
One of the big features of the 24-inch TV is its 12-volt power. This means the TV can be run in mobile homes, caravans or cars.
And there's no shortage of orders.
Every day we set a target of how many TVs need to be built by the end of the day. On this build today, we've set 500.
It's nearly lunchtime and this team of techno wizards have already completed 296. Only another 204 to go. Starting in their fully stocked warehouse, the LED screens and components have travelled from specialist suppliers around the globe, ready to be carefully assembled and endure some rigorous quality checks.
The box is unpacked and the panel placed onto the production line,
along with all the other parts that are needed to build a state-of-the-art TV. The first stage of assembly is installing the beating heart of the TV, the PCB.
This is the main PCB on the TV, printed circuit board. As you can see, it has all the inputs and outputs, satellite, VGA, HDMI. Also has a lot of components. And in the middle here, you have the most important part of the PCB, which is the CPU.
CPU, or Central Processing Unit, is essentially the TV's brains, very much like you'd find in a PC.
Today, TV is more like a computer. The board that drives the TV and the pictures today that allows streaming from any source is a very different product to what it was in the beginning.
That it is. After almost 40 years of experiments and a talented Scotsman called John Logie Baird, the earliest TVs entered homes in 1936. They had a whopping 12-inch screen and cost 60 guineas, about £11,000 in today's money.
The whole family crowded around that television. It didn't start till perhaps 7 p.m. in the evening, but they'd probably been watching a test card for a couple of hours before that time.
By the early 50s, costs had reduced, sales had risen, and 1.4 million homes now contained a high-definition TV.
We got our TV in 1953, just in time for the coronation, and I can remember all the neighbours coming in to see it. The TV was about this sort of size.
You and a few others, Brian. Despite less than 2 million people owning one, 27 million of us watched the Queen's coronation. Over the coming years, the TV allowed us to see the unseeable and even watch a man walk on the moon.
I have a good imagination, but I could never have imagined how TVs would have evolved to how they are today.
And after today's model has had its DVD player installed, they're about to come to life for the first time with a screen colour test.
The operator will power on the TV and test the screen for any pixels, blemishes or cracks.
All the colours we see on a TV are made from 3 primary colours, red, green and blue. Every pixel on our screen contains a light source for all 3. By overlapping them in different shades, the pixel can produce any colour.
After the panel test, the TV moves on. The wires are dressed to make sure it looks nice and tidy inside the TV. The rear cabinet is then screwed onto the back. and we'll then move on to the most important part of the TV production, and that's the main testing area.
At this stage, the TV is plugged in and every button on the remote and the TV itself are tested. They'll then insert a DVD, test the play and ejection functions and pass it down the line after a cheeky watch of a film or two wear on.
There's no time for any operator to have a little sneaky look at a DVD film because the production line's moving too quickly.
Spoil sport. Happy with the button pushing, the TV is passed on for port testing.
They will take a cable for each device, whether it be a soundbar, a DVD player or a USB stick, and insert that into the appropriate port and make sure it's working correctly.
With everything in order, the TV goes up in the lift to the burn-in area. In a genius piece of engineering, the TV comes out of the lift onto the yellow rails. The wheels on the rails have electricity flowing through them. When the copper strips under the boards of the TV make contact, they complete the circuit, sending the power to the TV, always keeping it moving down the line.
This is where we put the TV under the highest maximum power the TV can manage. There's a special program that we turn on where you can see these flashing colours, like the panel test, but in this case, the TV's backlight is turned up to full and the volume is turned up to full.
The maximum power supply for this TV is 12 volts. By turning the brightness and volume to the limit, it forces the telly to use the maximum amount of power. If it draws too much, it'll blow the fuse inside the TV. As it moves off the rails and back down the lift, the power is cut and it's into the hands of the next operator. The protective film is removed, the test mode is switched over to shipping mode, ready for setup when it's powered on for the first time. And the accessories are added, ready for packaging. But before that, it's time for one last test, and it's a biggie.
The final stage is the high pot safety test. This is to make sure that nobody can get an electric shock after unpacking and powering on our TV. The operator connects the power supply of the TV to a socket which is connected to the tester. She then adds an earth to any part of the metal on the sides of the TV. Once she presses the green button, this sets 3,000 volts flowing into the circuit. If the TV is faulty, a red light will buzz. Once the TV has passed the high pot test, the TV will be cleaned from any blemishes or fingerprints that might have created through the production process. It will be then packed in a bag and into the box. We set a target this morning for 500. I've been looking down the line now and seeing all the finished TVs on the pallet.
How are we doing on that target, Ron?
I think we should hit that target. It will be then packed onto a pallet, sent down to logistics, ready for dispatch.
Ready to join the rest of the 200,000 that leave the factory every year.
It's a good feeling to know that the workers are doing well and it looks like another successful day.
While Cello may be the last TV manufacturer in Britain, they're not going anywhere soon.
I think there's a big movement in the UK for people to buy British. I know from the emails that I see every day coming into the company how many people want to buy something that's made in Britain.
We're the last UK TV production factory, and it makes me proud to think that we're made in Britain and we're creating jobs all around the area.
So while I can still drive the car here and climb up the stairs here, I shall carry on. My wife has given up asking me to retire.